Hi everybody, welcome to the stream. So what we're going to be working on today is the tennis website that I am doing for the tennis club I belong to. Just waiting for it to start up and find the local server. Haven't rebooted in a while, so hopefully no issues. Anyway, so we're going to be working on the tennis club that I belong to. I'm doing it as a freebie for the club, and we're going to be working on a ladder system today. So what that means is that there are a number of people in the club. Some of them play more often than others. So those who really do play more often than others will be added to the ladder. And it's essentially the strongest to the weakest people on that ladder or of that group. Anybody who's not there has a free challenge. They can challenge anybody in any position. If they win, they take their slot, and then everybody else gets moved down. What we can also do is if I am number 10 and I want to challenge number 5, I can challenge number 5. If I win, I take their slot. Everybody moves down. If I lose, I cannot challenge that person for another 2 weeks. But I can challenge 5 up, so then I can challenge 4 up above me for number 6. If I lose, then I cannot challenge them for another 2 weeks, and so on. So it's really just managing all of that and managing the ladder really in the club. And that includes things such as what else? Yeah, so managing the request to challenge people, managing the scores and tracking the scores that happens within it. And then that also gets added to the statistics. So this is the website that I've done. Essentially at the top, we've got a hero section. That hero section is dependent on the weather. So it takes the live weather from where the tennis club is, and then it plots the movement of the sun and the movement on the moon, depending on the day and night cycles. So when sun rises, you'll see it coming up, midday it's at the top, when sun sets, at the bottom, pretty much midday at the top. And then the same for the moon as well. It also does have different effects. So if it is cloudy, if it's overcast, if it's raining, if it's snowing, if it's foggy, we have different effects for all of those as well. What we do have is another weather widget and just what to wear. It's a friendly, helpful thing. I do have a streamer mode enabled that I built today, just to block out a little bit of the more private information that's here. So a little bit of information as to why to join the club. Got a Twitter or a link, Instagram feed that comes into the site. We can calculate memberships, so we can have a couples league, and then we might have a student as well playing socials. So what that does is it calculates the annual membership. That, for anybody who's wondering, is about $400, $350. About $400 for the year for 2 adults playing league and tournaments, and then someone 18 and older or younger playing just socials. The coaches, these are coaches cards. With the streamer mode on, it just blurs out the information, and it also just hides images just so it stays private. Social tennis, we have it on Tuesday evenings, Saturday afternoons, junior socials on Saturday at midday, and ladies tennis groups. We do have the Bets Club Champs coming up soon. We can either do it as a card, as that, and then also filter depending on what type of events we want to list. So we've got Bets Club Champs coming up, not this weekend, but the next. This weekend is finals of the league, where at least the team that I'm in will be playing for first position. Hopefully that would be quite nice. Competition, really just stats. So inside of the admin portal, member portal, admin portal, we have started capturing statistics from league and certain club champs. We haven't gone back very far, but the statistics there feed through to the front page here. Members are not available to log in yet. It's still something that needs to be tested thoroughly. And a few other details need to be ironed out. So it's really just a couple of admins that log in. but it will be opening up to members as well to see some pretty cool stats. Monthly activity, so just some stats about how many matches have been played and how many hours on the court. Visitor information, 50 Rand per player per hour. That is $3 next to nothing. Frequently asked questions, weather, another weather widget, bigger one for the 7-day forecast, and the 24-hour forecast for every 2 hours. It's really just for the day, not 24 hours ahead. And each of those cards has the weather for that specific block of time. So if it did start raining at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you'll see the block at 4 o'clock in the afternoon having rain and thunderstorms with lightning flashing and all of that as well. So tomorrow's overcast. Okay. Anyway, Google Maps is there, contact us form, information for members of importance, treasurer and all of that, head coaches, and then we've got a footer down at the bottom. What we're going to do now is we're going to log in. All of these names have been just anonymized, so none of this is real except for the values and the stats. Stats are real, names are all anonymized. We've got our dashboard, number of fixtures, number of games won, 15,001, 15,700 games lost. Our average rating is really the one divided by the other, so 0.3, negative 0.3, 47.2% win rate. We do have teams, anything up to 8 teams in a league. We are short of ladies on the mixed league side of things. So we might have 4 males to 2 females per team, or 5 males, 6 males to 3 or 4 ladies on the mixed side of things. So we are more weighted towards the guys. Ladies, we need some ladies to come and join us, some extra, so we can have a few more league teams in there. But we are one of the bigger clubs. So we have player rating distribution. Like I mentioned, this is the games won divided by games lost. So we can actually click this to filter. So we can see 40 plus 40 plus 6. We've got 5 users who have done quite well. So for example, this person has played 13, they've won 12, they've lost 1 game. So they've got 101 match. They've won 130 games, they've lost 56 games. Win percent, 92%, and their rating is 5.7. So I was trying to find a way to add something that is a rating towards players instead of just percentage one. Someone who's played 1 match could have a 100% win rate versus someone who's played 40 matches who might have an 88% win rate. The person who's played 40 matches is a far more accurate stat against them. So that's why the rating is there. And then what I've also done is I've tried to capture date of birth. So I can actually have a look at who's in the Opens, Vets, Masters, Supermasters, and Juniors. These categories are for our club and our club championships, as opposed to Tennis South Africa categories, which are more age groups, as opposed to Opens, Vets. What else? So we can clear that. We can have a look at some bottom players who this person has played 10 matches, 1-0, lost 10. So they've got a rating there. They have won 31 games and lost 113 games. So lots of room for improvement. Fantastic. Best partnerships. So what we do is we track for the club championships, the league as well. So the males, the men, the ladies, and the mixed leagues. We track all of those partnerships and the wins and losses and how many games, foreigner games. We can see here that these people have, quite a few of them have a high win rate, but a lot of them only have 2 matches together. So the league that we're playing now, you stick to your partner. So I will stick to the lady who I'm playing with. Whereas other leagues, you'll actually mix partners. So that's why you'll see some people with only 2 matches played. If we do have a look at 5+ matches, you'll start seeing that there are far fewer 100% in this, and 10+. it drops down as well. So these are 10 plus matches played together as a pair, and then track the wins, the losses, the game score, and the games against. Head to head, we've got recent forms. So our mixed F team versus Jesse Banks. Jesse Banks is really another team from another club. We won that 6 matches to 0 matches. Player comparison, what you can do is type in Alex Vaughan versus this person here, compare, and you'll see they've played. So Alex has played a lot more than Blake, but Blake's won everything. Alex hasn't won anything. And I noticed that there's no rounded border on the left there. Okay. However, Alex Vaughan has had more losses than Blake, and then player history, you can say Alex Sterling versus Cameron Carter, show history, and here it compares them year on year, results on results, records, and all of that. So before I continue with this, what we're going to do, I'm not going to continue with this, but we will be having a look at ladders, and that's what I've been getting a little bit of work done in the back end. It's time to really test it, see whether it works. Essentially, I told Claude Code that I really want to implement a ladder system and go ahead and get it done. It asked me a few questions, like how many positions up can you challenge and things like that. So I did answer, but I said I want everything dynamic. Again, not a single line of code written. Everything was done by voice. So new ladder, we'll call it men's ladder. Men's ladder. Gender, men's, active. Challenge rungs up. So this I want to change to 5. Respond within a week. Play within 14 days. Re-challenge cooldown. I didn't ask it for a re-challenge cooldown, but this is very cool. Because remember I was telling you that if you lose to someone, you cannot challenge them within 2 weeks. This is not something I've mentioned Claude Code that we do at the club, but it's really cool that it's actually added it in. Inactivity drop off. Okay. We go up, down. How do we set that to off again? Yeah. Okay, so I presume that is if you are on the ladder and you've been inactive for X number of days, you actually get removed from the ladder. That is very cool. And it's something that we've brought up quite often at the club, but we don't have a vast number of players on the club. So although we've got over 250 members, active members, 40, 50, 60 maybe, and that's coming through to the socials. It's not people who play during the rest of the week. Okay, 1 open challenge per player, yes, and forfeit on no response. Yes, we do want that. So save. How do we populate this? I've just created a men's ladder, and I want you to pre-populate it with all of the players that are currently in the system, the men. And I want you to do that based on their rating. Can you do that? So the rating that I mentioned before, so if we have a look at the dashboard, we have player leaderboard. We've got rating here. These are calculations done inside of the website itself. They're not stored against the user in the database. So I'm expecting Claude Code to now have a look at every player, link up how many games have been for, how many games against, get a rating for them, and then insert them into the ladder based on that criteria. I'm using my own program for voice to text called HyperVoice. Pretty cool, very quick transcription time there, 491 milliseconds. Sometimes I've seen it down to double digits, down to 89 milliseconds. But phenomenal. I use it all the time. The only time I really type is if I absolutely have to type to this. And really, if I'm trying to format something specifically or get a specific spelling for something that's not really English, it might be a different language or something like that. But other than that, everything I say is typed. And HyperVoice does have a free forever trial. And we also are one of the very few people who offer a lifetime subscription. To bring your own key as well, so you can bring your own key if you want. The post-processing mode. So how it works is I talk to HyperVoice. It then transcribes it locally on my machine, and it never sends my voice to the cloud. But the transcription locally, if I have a post-processing mode like cleanup or email or chat message or status updates or ticket issues, it sends the text to the cloud and then it formats it appropriately. So that post-processing, if you buy the lifetime subscription, you just add in your own API key for that, or you can get a subscription for a monthly fee or annual fee. But yeah, free forever. So if you want to, have a look, check it out, use it. If you've got any feedback, let me know in the comments below, or there is a feedback tab inside of here. So just drop a message back. Right, so what is it doing? Now I fully understand the invariance. Let me look at the exact rating computation. Fantastic. What I was expecting you to do. There are several rating computations. Let's check the Pinocchio player rating. That's the one we want. Let me look at the per player overall rating. Tournament side requires set score. Essentially, I'm not giving it a lot of information. I'm just saying base it on a rating. It's now determining that there is a league format in which players play. And then we've got a tournament, which will be something that I'm still working on for club championships, which will have 8 different styles or formats of tournaments. So if we do have a look here, we create a new tournament. We'll call it test this year. Let's say start date will be 29th, end date will be there. Venue, test, draft, open for entries, notes. So we'll create a tournament, test, this one here, and we'll add an event. So here you can actually say men's singles. We have different formats. So there are 10 different formats. As you click through them on the right hand side, it explains exactly how it works. Well, weeks on the right there. So compass, a feed-in, box league, Swiss, ladder, or pyramid. So we'll have let's say a knockout. Default draw, we'll make it 8 players, best of 3 sets. Draw options, we want back draw, we want a back draw 2, and then we want a third and fourth player. This is not, let's have 16 players. And then we can have that many back draws and all of that. So save the event, standard elimination. Let's add some entries. So we'll add these people. Let's just add them. 16, 17, 18. I think that's it. Can't add 20 people. Okay, so there's the first pack. 18 of 16 slots filled. Okay, so if you do go over it, you shouldn't be able to go over it. So let's save the entries. These are the entries here. They've all entered. We've got our draw. I haven't generated a draw yet, and there is no schedule yet. So if I do generate the draw, 16 entries, 0 seeded, singles elimination knockout, 1 minimum action. What I can do here is I can actually seed players. So I can say Otto is first seed, so strongest in the club amongst the entries here. They might be number 2, Jude number 3, and we'll find someone else number 4. Hero 4. Okay. Generate draw. So there are 4 seeded players. What's happening on the right hand side? Which rating basis should I use to order the ladder? Doesn't really matter. Let's say league only for this example test. Rank everybody by raw rating. I just want names in there for testing. Okay. So 16 entries. We've seeded 4 players, which means that 4 are the strongest. So the strongest essentially, if they win, they're the ones who play last. So you would expect them to be the best players. You'd expect them to go through to the finals, and they play last. And everybody else, filters in randomly. Okay, generate the draw, and here we go. So auto number 1, play number 2, second seed. There's no seeding number on this. Okay, so no seeding number on there. Schedule, and here's the schedule for this. So round 1, like I said, this is still very much a work in progress, still needs to be tested properly. I'm just showing you while we're waiting for this. So essentially, let's say Otto is playing Stu Harper, number 1. Otto wins. Definitely has to be a better way to do this. 6, 2, 6, 1. And then you can also, so you've entered the score there. Stu Otto has won. Okay, so you got his to the left. You can also say that it was a walkover or someone retired. So there we go. Otto won that 6261. Visibility is not great. Can we change it afterwards? 6262. We can. Okay. 2 verification, 69 entries. Let's just have a look quickly. There, men's ladder, fantastic. 69 entries, positions 1 to 69, contiguous. All distinct, no gaps. Top of the ladder, number 1, Kai Adams. So on that that tournament we've just done, essentially Kai would be first seed, Yara second seed, Otto third seed, and Finn fourth seed. And then top of the player, top of the ladder, Kai Adams. Kai is not number 1 here. Adams isn't even found here. Anyway, it doesn't matter. What I'm doing is I'm just trying to get this populated for testing. 2 things to know. Ladder views are login only, so all results. Endpoints require authorization. Fantastic. But I couldn't smoke test it over HTTP without credentials. The anonymized user passwords are unknown. Okay, so it wanted to test its own work, which is fantastic. I want you to create your own account, keep your login secret and safe, and use your own account for testing. So I'm just telling it that it said it didn't have a login and password to actually get this tested. So I've just said create your own account and test with your own account. It's got access to the SQL Server database sitting on my local machine. 9 players, no match history, doesn't matter. Again, I suppose it's population issues. Okay. What is my name? Hayden Sloan. On this. Hayden Flynn. Hayden Ellis. I'm not even on this. Hayden Flynn. I also want you to make sure that my name is on this ladder list as well, because I can't really test it without my name being here. Okay, so again, just talking to Claude Code. Don't see why I must really type. Typing is barbaric. Unless it's oddly spelled words. Okay, audit log is something that I've recently implemented. And I haven't even looked at this audit. I do see here, Hayden Sloan, ladder. Okay, created the ladder, created the tournament event, men's singles, event type singles, created the tournament draw, single elimination, updated the tournament match, the score, updated the score. Okay, that's great. IP address as well. We are capturing IP address. Let's have a look at ladders. Now I have what I need. Let me also note the second request. You want your own name on the ladder so you can test, of course. Dear Chris Cousins. The data is anonymized, so there's no player by that name yet. I'll create a Chris Cousins player. You have created a login for me that I'm actually testing. This is the login that was automatically pre-populated into the login and password screen. Just consider me that person. It's Hayden Sloan. Dashboard. But tournaments is still something very, very new that we're trying to capture, but needs a lot of testing. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get it to add the user I've logged into as my name so I can actually challenge someone. What would be really quite nice is if I log out to have a button to say administrator or player, so I can actually test from an admin standpoint and a player or member point of view. I guess we're going to get that done as well. Important new context. Let me pause the account creation to investigate. You're telling me the login screen auto-populates the test login you're using, and 2, your test identity is the player Hayden Sloan. Do you want on the ladder? Let me test the login page where the Hayden Sloan exists and the user player links. Okay. Tournaments. This one, men's singles. Draw. I do actually want a more condensed view of this, if possible. So here we've got the main draw. So all of the losers from the main draw go into the back draw. Okay, so Stu Harper lost to, I don't know, whoever this person is. Otto. Colors need fixing. So I see Stu automatically went into the back draw. Loser of A2. Where is A2? I don't think A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7, and A8. So they just lay down, I guess. Kara 1, 6, 6, 1, 1. Kai 1, 6, 6, 4, 3. Okay, so here we've got the back draw. Stu versus Lila. Schedule. No Stu versus Lila. There we go. Match. Round, date and time. Okay, so we've got to still work on this date and time and the court. So how many courts are going to be available for this? I think that's an important thing to take into consideration during an event, not the tournament itself. The tournament, not really important. This event should have number of courts available. Okay, fixtures, leagues, ladders. Bookings. Why does Saturday? Why are there no lines on that? This was looking amazing. Bookings, dark mode, Okay, that's a bit of an issue. So yeah, lots of things to still work on in the admin portal in the back end. I just want to add it to the ladder. And then manage players. Oh, I can move players. So Jamie, Hayden. Did that add people on? Ladders. 70 players. Maybe it added it. Database changes. Manage players, 70 players. Eden and Hayden. Okay, so it does work. I think it refreshed when that did something. Okay, so that's that. Settings. All of those settings. And then if you do have a look at a player, you can come in and have a look at how many they've played. I don't know. Okay, here. So they've played 48 matches, they've won 31, they've lost 17, win percent, games for, games against, and a rating. The rating versus win percentage, category breakdown, ladies doubles, ladies singles, and mixed. And the teams that they've played in. Their partnerships, the people that they've played with. This person they played the most with this person, a win rate of 63%. This one's actually significant, quite a bit better, and they've played with them 5 times. And they obviously don't do very well with this person here. And even, yeah. So this person here, they've had 7 matches with them, and they've pretty much won and lost the same similar number of games. Recent results. Okay, Supermasters. So we're still waiting for this to get its job done. Yeah, fantastic. I now want you to create on the login page only on localhost or only for localhost. What I want you to do is I want you to have 2 buttons, one for an admin login and one for a player login or a member login. And I want this to be for 2 different people, both of them on the ladder. So essentially what I want to do is I want a single button click on the login page to log in as a player, so I can actually test challenging other people on the ladder. Can you get that done? And is that possible to only make sure it's shown and displayed on localhost and not on the production side? So much quicker than typing. "181 words per minute." For speaking that. And I find what typically happens is you tend to trim down when you're typing rather than talking. So if you are typing, you tend to try and abbreviate what you're trying to say as much as possible, just to save time, not end up typing as much. Whereas once you start talking, it just flows more freely. Does it slow AI down very much? No, not really. Ladders, 70 players. Okay, good idea, and yes, it's very doable to get it to localhost only. Clean and safe way is a dev only server endpoint, registered only when the app runs in dev environment, but it simply doesn't exist on production. Thus, buttons that only render on localhost, that keeps test passwords out of the served HTML entirely. Great. Let me look at the logins page, submit, redirect flow, the auth claim building, and how the app detects its environments. Fantastic. And groovy. So here what we can do is we can actually manage coaches. So we can add a new coach. add an image for the coach, we can type in the coach's name. The coach role might be junior performance specialist. Junior competitive specialist, or so, whatever. A little bit of a bio about them, or WhatsApp number for them. So we do have WhatsApp. If you have a look here, you can actually WhatsApp and click this button. It starts up WhatsApp, opens it up, and you can actually converse directly with the coach. Pricing section header, and then just add services and fees for whatever services they're offering. Pretty nice. Calendar events. Here we can actually manage calendar events. So we can add a new one. You might have a tournament, a round robin, friendly round robin. A friendly tournament. Oh, court maintenance. That's pretty cool. Members meeting. And all of this is shown on the front page as well. Maybe what we should actually do is have another option here to actually say whether it is an event that should be displayed on the home page, available publicly, or something that is only available once you log in to members. And then once a month, we actually send out an email to the members saying this is what's on the go and this is what's on the cards. That'll be quite nice. Events, edit, organizer, tennis. Players, we've been through them. Ladders, busy with them. Tournaments, kind of been through that. So here we've got fixtures. Let's start off with leagues. So we've got leagues throughout the year. So we've got typically 3 leagues. We've got a February league, which is typically men versus men, or ladies versus ladies. We've got a mixed league around this time of the year, or at this time of the year. Then we've got another men versus men, ladies versus ladies league towards October. So this just allows you to add a new league coming up, or club champs. Club champs are moved out of here into a tournament side of things. So this actually needs to be removed and updated. And then also in terms of the league, how the system determines a win. So is it the majority of matches? Is it the total number of games, or set the result manually? And then score formats. So men's singles might be a pro set, 13, 11 or 9 games, or best of 3 sets. So typically we play at least not in the first division. In the second division we play pro set 13. So that's 13 games. Best of 13, and then in the section 1, the first section, it's 11 games, but they play singles, and then they play 3 rounds of doubles, where we just play 3 rounds of doubles. So that might be men's singles, and then also men's doubles, pro set 11. Or it would just be men's doubles, pro set 13 for us. Okay, then we have teams, so ladies A team, for example. Ladies A team, section 1.1, and then we might have men's D team in section 2.3. Then we've got fixtures. So the fixtures essentially say this is the league. So mixed league 2026. That would update it. Hey, another issue. So mixed league 2026. So what I did notice is that when I reselected this, the team changed. So there it went from mixed E to mixed A. Bit of a bug there. So here we've got mixed league 2026, mixed C team, section 2.2. This is the date and our opposition club that we played against. Then let's just go men's. Men's E. Here we're playing men's doubles. So Sage and Aaron, great man's name, played Drew and Sam. And we lost, so we are typically on the left-hand side. We are on the left-hand side, so we lost this, and we lost this 8-5. The wins and losses, that's total number of games, wins and losses. Should also have total number of matches lost. We also have, we've got it here. So 0 wins, 6 losses, games for 26, games against 52, rule total games. Okay, then you can just add additional matches, select what you want, whether it was men's doubles or men's singles. Maybe this should be limited to what was in that selection before. Lots of work to be done. So, looks like it's done. Log out, here we go. The login tests on localhost. We logged in as a player now. And this is a part that I haven't actually had a look at for the website. So on the website, we have admins, we have players. The goal is to get all of our members to actually log into the website, and they can do all of the stats and have a look at all of this cool stuff. I haven't done any work at all on member logins. And I think this has just done quite a bit of that right now. Bookings, we want them to be able to book courts. I don't know what's happened to that. Is limited to our bookings, at least for a player. Players. So a player can view other players. No date of birth, they shouldn't have access to that. Ladders. Men's ladder. Okay, so I'm at the bottom. Let me challenge this person. Challenge issue. How does a player enter the score? So if Harley Frost challenged Sam Brooks, it says pending in the challenges, but Harley or Sam or an administrator must be able to enter a score for the match. How do we do that? Okay, so I have challenged Sam. That comes up here. Now if I challenge someone else, we said that it shouldn't be able to happen. Challenge. There's already an open challenge involving one of these players. Challenge. Same thing. Click, 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 click. Great. I'll trace how the challenge score flow works in the code. The API endpoints in the front-end UI. That is JS. Okay, so now let's have played Sam. I've beaten Sam. How do I enter that score? Maybe next to cancel. So I should have access to enter it. Sam should have access to enter it. And then admin. And then coming back here. I do actually want to see 2 pots, one for the men's and one for the ladies. Okay. But the short answer is you can't enter a score while it's pending. That's fantastic. Challenge has to be accepted. I have challenged Sam Brooks. How do I log in as Sam Brooks to actually test what it's like if someone has challenged me? I want you to change the challenge that's currently there to having been accepted. So what I'll do is I'll just get AI to get someone else to challenge me. So at least I can test that. I don't want it to do a whole lot of dev to actually allow me to log in as the person I've challenged. It's unnecessary. Let me find the current challenge in the ladder. Alex Roth. There's one challenge, their player, Alex Roth. No, Sam Brooks. No, I challenged Sam Brooks, not Alex Roth. if you're expecting Harley Sam challenge, is into the database. All of the names in the database should have been anonymized, right? There's no Alex Roth at the club anyway, so. Plenty of notifications. But when I did make a copy of the production database here, it was supposed to have anonymized all of the names. And I think it did, and then I think streamer mode on top of that is anonymizing the anonymized names. What I think is happening. Stats 1349. I wonder what my typing speed is. That changes to read entirely the streamer mode obfuscated draws from sports themed pools. First names like Ace Release. The names like that, so Sam Brooks. Yeah, I think we're all confused at the moment. Yes, there is only one challenge at the moment. There you go. Number of transcriptions went up. Good, at least that's working. Okay, that's the answer. Streamer.js has its own alias pools. Yeah, that's what I thought. Now I can verify the exact mapping. Hopefully it will say it's doing it twice. Let me fix it without me having to say anything. No. Just noticed a few errors on the web server. D1 errors, D1 database storage operation exceeded timeout. Been getting this quite a bit. This is with HyperVoice. Essentially the admin portal just having a few too many calls to the data because it's not highly optimized. Or not optimized at all, you know, slightly optimized. Okay, where things stands, there's one challenge. Refresh. You'd rather see the true stored names while testing, just toggle the streamer mode off. If I toggle the streamer mode off, will all of the items that have been blurred in the site then be visible? Because that's not what I want. I would rather just see the names as they've been anonymized from the database, rather than streamer mode anonymizing data that's already been anonymized. "95 words a minute. 239 words per minute. And 299 milliseconds to transcribe that. 375, 366. Quite quick. All right. Good question. Let me check exactly what streamer mode does. It's more than just names before I answer, so I don't give you bad advice. Thinking with more high effort. So what I do want to have a look at is, how do I add another event? There. Oh, I think because I enter results, I can't add another one. Oh, I'm logged in as a user. Add event. Let's say double elimination, singles, double elim, 16 players, best, backdraw, third and fourth playoff. So double elimination. Double elimination. Every player gets a second chance. You need to lose twice before you're knocked out. Okay. The events, double elimination, add entries. Okay, just 16. Save. Draw. Generate draw. No seeds. Okay, so winners brackets. Okay, so that's still busy with stuff. Winners, round one, winners move through. The losers go into the losers bracket. The losers play to this here. These two here. This doesn't make sense. Loser D2, loser D2. Loser of C1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the losers go through and play the loser of C1 and C2. So they play the losers of this. This does not really make sense. Then these two get a freebie, they play each other. And then they play the winner of whoever lost. Whoever won that, or won that. So yeah, this way it needs to be far more testing. Grand final, the winner of E1. So the winner there, winner of the winner's bracket. Oh, this is for losers. So they play. I wonder if they should play each one. I need to find out a little bit more info as to how this works exactly. Because at the moment, all of the losers from round one play those two losers. These two losers have a to be decided. So L2, M3. So how is that to be decided? Don't really want to populate all of this. Okay, let's log out. There. Ladders. Okay, there we go. So Sam has accepted. Why am I still seeing Sam's name? Alex Rock. Okay. Report result. Okay, so this is really just saying the score. We do need to register this as an official match that counts towards statistics. So should we be having, when we set up the ladder, the match format, same as we set up for the league or for the tournaments? Because this does need to be an official match, it does need to count towards the statistics as well. And then this report result we should be able to capture the results in a very specific format. If that kind of makes sense. So just as we have logout, admin, singles, draw. Maybe it should be a capturing the results like we capture the results in a tournament with the match score. What are your thoughts? We might also need to put in the option of a walkover or retired. Same as this. However, I really don't like how this looks or anything. And I think if we select one of these, you either typically win with a 6 as your number, so 6-1, 6-2, 6 love, or 7, or it might actually be more than that depending on whether you're playing a tie break or not. Okay. This is real architecture question, not a quick change, and a good one. Before I recommend anything, let me understand how the app currently handles match formats and statistics for leagues and tournaments, and exactly how ladder results are stored today. I would not expect it to be similar to the league, because league has completely different requirements to a win situation. And in league, you're typically playing other members. It is more like a tournament, but we might need to add another event type as we've got on the dashboard. All league tournament, we might also need to add another event type being ladder. Streamer mode, UB names, okay. So I see that during that whole fix-up, it renamed the streamer mode at the bottom right to just say database names. Change log over time. Premium, what? Oh, premium analytics dashboard. Admin calendar, default and nav cleanup. Finished results management system, security hardening, and initial launch, 15th of February. Thought it to go live before that, but maybe not. New ladder. Ladies active. Respond within 3 days, actually. Stay within 7 days. 2 weeks. Okay, so this I want 2 columns with all of the people's names there. It's also just going to be a nice view for everybody to see, nice and easily. Okay. You're right on all counts, and here's why. Don't model it like league. League results live in rubbers, which are chained to matches, teams, leagues. That doesn't work. Right, skip league. Tournament style is the right fit. A tournament match is already exactly 2 sides, a winner, set of scores, walkover, a tied, which is a ladder challenge. The score entry UI for tournaments already does paired per set inputs. Builds a composite score. What you're not doing is catering for tie breaks. This pair per set builds a composite score, has an is walkover and is retired flag, we should mirror that for the ladder report screen. Okay. Statistics today, ladder reports count for nothing. The stats engine reads only rubbers and tournament matches. There's even a reserved but unused result match ID column. Hinting this was always intended. So to make it official, we make ladder first class, third source, exactly your, add another event type. As a bonus, since ladder matches are pure 1v1, they're ideal for head-to-head stats. Great. What I build? Yeah. How should a ladder's match format be configured at setup? Reuse score formats. Add a format selector, best of 3 sets. Yeah, let's add pro sets into it as well. As well. How should completed ladder matches count towards statistics? Blend in, filterable as ladder. Yes. Yeah. What I also want to see is on the ladders page, at the moment we've got our ladders inside of there, so men's ladder, ladies ladder. I want to be able to see columns of all of the players in each of those ladders that have been added. So on the ladders page, I can see all of the people there, the players there. I don't need to go into a ladder unless I want to go and challenge someone. So the ladders page will really just be a view only. If I want to challenge, I need to go into it. Or now, but why? If I come in here, what's the difference? Challenge, last played. And I guess you can have a list of this. These can change from challenge to accepted, or enter result. Accepted, enter result. That then displays a modal or a pop-up like this for you to actually enter your result. So all of that can actually be managed from this page here. We don't need to go into other pages. But I think if we do add a doubles ladder, men's doubles ladder, men's active, make this 2, respond within 3 days, 7 days. Yeah, so we might have more, which might get a bit too wide for this page. Eventually. Audit log. Oh, I can click on it. Okay. So here, create IP address, timestamp, user, dev admin, entity, tournament event, details, dev player, action, issued a challenge, not issue problem, log out, dev login, issue. Maybe that should actually be renamed to challenge. So I think tonight's session is quite interesting. I didn't really want to go through too much. However, I did want to show anybody who's watching essentially how I'm doing my vibe coding. I'm not using Visual Studio Code, I'm not using Cursor, I'm not using Windsurf, I'm not using any ID. I'm using CMD, Command Prompt or PowerShell with Claude code running inside of it. I'm using HyperVoice so I don't need to type anything. And HyperVoice is fantastic because you can just type into anything you want to type into. So I have the search here, for example, I can type in player 1, 2, 3, and there it is. So it pastes into anything. It's not only into Claude code. It works anywhere and works everywhere. So yeah, Claude code, HyperVoice, and my website. And that is it. That's all I'm doing. What I will do as a final check off here, last command was let us page. Okay, so it was busy doing all of that. But essentially what I will do at the very end of this query here is I'll just say update to changelog, push to GitHub, and deploy. So I can say update to changelog, which updates this changelog here with something new, which is how I will always do it. Push to GitHub, so all of the code, it bundles up and it pushes it through to GitHub, and then it deploys it to the production server or a UAT server or dev server if you've got that set up. But essentially, this is how I just finish off once it's all been tested and I'm happy with it. Update to changelog, push to GitHub, and deploy. And there you go. It's all been committed to GitHub with versioning and version history and all of that. I think let's wait for this to finish off, see what comes out of it. But I think this is taking a bit of time. Or let's catch up next time and see how it goes. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening and chat to you tomorrow.